this moment, the United States is at war still with al-Qaeda and now a powerful offshoot, ISIS. Should this report from the Senate Intelligence Committee have been released now?
No, I don't think so, for several reasons. But first, I think we should put this in context. The report is 13 years after 9/11, and at the time of 9/11, Congress supported the CIA, provided the resources, endorsed the authorities that President Bush assigned the CIA, and this included unprecedented lethal covert action authorities. And then later on into 2002, approved these enhanced interrogation techniques. Congress was briefed at the time, and now they come out with a report 13 years later, written by people thousands of miles from the battlefield, criticizing the agency. What's of immediate concern, though, is that this report can provide our enemies, ISIS and al-Qaeda and other affiliates, more material for their propaganda purposes and for their recruiting efforts. That's, I think, the immediate concern in the coming days and weeks.
So the ultimate conclusion of this report, if I was to summarize it, Ambassador, conclusion number one is this, and I want to quote it. The report says, the CIA's use of its enhanced interrogation techniques was not an effective means of acquiring intelligence or gaining cooperation from detainees. The report cites 20 specific cases in which the CIA claimed it got information as a result of using these interrogation methods. The report says those examples are false. Was critical information that you needed to do your job obtained using these methods?
Yes. And this was for me later on in 2005. I was at the Department of State where I was a coordinator for counterterrorism. And I benefited directly from many of these reports, informing our policy, informing how we allocated resources, and which partners we engaged with. Give you a very specific example. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, who was a detainee who was debriefed, led the CIA to Hambali. Hambali was the head of Jemaah Islamiyah in Southeast Asia. It's an al-Qaeda offshoot. Based on this intelligence, working with local partners, including the Indonesian government, they were able to detain these operatives, disrupt many operations, and degrade Jemaah Islamiyah. In 2002, this organization killed more than 200 people in the bombings in Bali. Today, that organization is just a shadow of itself because of this intelligence and the policies that we put in place afterwards. One program in particular at State, the Anti-Terrorism Assistance Program, was designed to help the Indonesians build up their counterterrorism capabilities, and they did an outstanding job. This is a policy result coming from some of that intelligence.
So you believe that these methods did directly create intelligence that you were able to act on that saved lives. Now, the Senator, Dianne Feinstein, obviously, who released today's report, she spoke about some of the specific techniques used by interrogators. I just wanted to play it so our viewers could hear some of these practices directly.
Stripped naked, diapered, physically struck, and put in various painful stress positions for long periods of time. They were deprived of sleep for days, in one case up to 180 hours. That's 7.5 days, over a week with no sleep, usually standing or in stress positions, at times with their hands tied together over their heads, chained to the ceiling.
Many other horrific things were described in the report as well. They talked about, in one case, the ingredients of someone's lunch, which they pureed and then fed to this person anally. Do you consider these techniques torture?
I'm not able to defend these techniques other than to say they were deemed lawful and necessary by the attorneys in the CIA, the White House, the Department of Justice, and these were briefed to the oversight committees going back as early as 2002. They deemed them lawful and necessary. And now for the political winds and legal opinions to shift so dramatically in the coming years, and for the CIA to be held responsible, I find that disingenuous at best.
And in terms, obviously you're making a point about the legality of it. In terms of the morality of it, when you were there, when you were in Afghanistan in the early days, was there anything you were uncomfortable with?
Well, no. At the time, we weren't engaged in these interrogations. I was there from 2001, 2002, and these interrogation techniques came into play later on in '02. I should emphasize, though, the necessity for speed and a variety of plans and policies that were put into place on the run, some of them imperfect. Our major concern at the time, Aaron, is that another attack on the homeland was imminent. And we know from the eventual debriefings of these detainees that al-Qaeda did plan more attacks in the U.S. on the West Coast, in New York, aimed at financial centers and transportation hubs. And in the sum, I think this report is intellectually dishonest, it is politically biased, and ultimately it misinforms the American people. And it sharpens the partisanship in Washington, D.C. It may put American lives at risk around the world. It undermines our foreign alliances, and it provides enemy propaganda material. Moreover, I believe this report seeks to discredit, even dishonor those CIA officers who have labored for many years in the front lines defending our country and defending our Constitution.